Evergreen by Richie Bitch and the Coal Miners could sound something like this. Now the chords are quite sort of straightforward, they're quite basic, and there might be one or two new chords like the G major 7, which is just like that, or like that. B minor 7, probably the easiest, where your first finger becomes almost like a human capo, so to speak. And then D, of course, we all know. But just to walk you through the changes, first of all, on the G major 7, that's a normal G. So you could go to G major 7 by simply moving this finger back. But that really isn't comfortable. So my personal go-to would be to put the first finger flat on the bottom 3 strings, and your G major 7 should sound like this. Opening chord. B minor 7, now this is a really cool change. All that happens is your first finger, finger number 1, has to go from there's your G major, up a string. But it's still fully flat across all 4 strings now. So there's not a huge audible difference between G major 7 and B minor 7. Just really the first note from the G to the B. That's what's actually changing the two. And then lastly, the D chord. Now, the conventional D is first finger straight on top, middle finger directly underneath it, and then ring number 3 squeezes onto the second string, second fret. Now, my little fat fingers don't like this, so what I found out that helps me quite a lot is that finger 1 and 2 swap strings. So middle comes up, first finger comes down, and for me this works a lot better. To break it down, first finger is now here, second finger is there, and your ring number 3 is underneath. This is my personal go-to for the D chords. Next up, we're going to look at the strumming. Now the strumming should be something like this. Now I'm assuming you got the PDF. If you need a copy, just obviously WhatsApp me or inbox me, I'll send it to you with pleasure. And the strumming is on the bottom of the PDF. Now you're going to have all downstrokes. But you'll notice a very quick little flick at the end. It's a very quick flick. You can almost hardly see it on the video, I guess. But the trick over here is the accents or the louder rhythms. So on the count of 1, you go really loud, and 2 a bit quieter, and louder again. And you'll see that if you look at the PDF, the more bold arrows are your louder strums, your accents, and the thinner arrows on the PDF will be your unaccented strums. So we're going to go loud on the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like that with me. 2, 3, 4, and at the end of that G major 7, you finish that a hand, and I'm breaking the word and into 2 syllables. A hand, to give me that quick flick. Now this only takes place from the G major 7 to the B minor 7. So we're going to have this. And we don't have a little double flick into the D. If you accidentally put one in and you like it, that is cool, but it doesn't really have to be there. In fact, it shouldn't, but it's still going to sound cool. So slow motion now on the changes. You can see both hands nice and clear now. All downstrokes excepting the little down up flick before you change to the B minor 7. 2 and 3 and 4 and then over there I accidentally put the little flick in. We change to the D, and the D is going to go 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Simple as that. So the whole way through now we're going to have this, if you want to play through with 2 and 3 and 4 and back to the beginning. And again, you can hear that little double flick that I added at the end there. It sounds pretty cool. So you've got a bit of license there to do whatever variation you You'll notice I'm not strumming with a pick, no picks involved over here, not using any of these. I find that on the ukulele, it's very harsh using a pick, but I don't have an issue if you decide that you want to. If you're strumming with your finger, try and work more with the first finger like that. You can see him busy moving across the strings. And you can see with that flick there, it's all in the finger, which means my wrist over here is moving, but moving very little. To go like this, that's a lot of hand movement. This is a lot less. So there is movement with the hand, but keep it minimal. Okay, try and keep the first finger, and of course, please do not use the thumb. This is a no-go. You can see my hands moving around way too much. And remember, your thumb will never naturally move as fast as your first finger. So even though it might seem easy at first, please, if you can encourage the first finger, that's going to be best. That's all there is for Evergreen. It's a really nice jam. 2 new chords, the G major 7 and the B minor 7. Nice, easy. And of course, practicing the D, which is from a different angle, is always good fun. And any questions, drop me a WhatsApp. Otherwise, have an awesome week. Take care.